You walk into a dealership just to look. You tell yourself you're browsing. Then you see it. A brand new $70,000 truck sitting under bright showroom lights. It looks powerful, clean, successful. The salesperson leans in and says, "It's only $950 a month." Suddenly, it doesn't feel like $70,000. It feels like a payment. Manageable, earnable, normal. But here's what nobody in that showroom will ever say out loud. That $70,000 truck can quietly cost you over $1 million in retirement wealth. Not because the truck is evil, not because you're irresponsible, but because of one force your brain consistently underestimates: compound growth. This isn't about trucks, it's about opportunity cost, and opportunity cost is invisible. The monthly payment illusion. Most major purchases today aren't framed around total cost, they're framed around monthly payments. That shift changes everything psychologically. When you hear $70,000, your brain pauses. When you hear $950 a month, your brain calculates affordability. Dealerships understand this deeply. Stretch the loan over 6 or 7 years, and the number shrinks emotionally. It becomes something that fits inside a paycheck instead of something that demands long-term reflection. But the monthly payment hides the true financial weight of the decision, because that $950 doesn't just represent transportation, it represents capital that could have been working for you instead of depreciating in your driveway. The compounding math most people never run. Let's strip this down to simple math. If you invested $950 per month into a diversified portfolio, earning an average annual return of 8%, and you did that consistently for 30 years, you would end up with roughly $1.3 million. Even at a more conservative 7% return, you're still looking at around $1.1 million. That's the opportunity cost of the truck. The truck costs $70,000 up front, but the lost compounding on that stream of payments can easily exceed $1 million over a working lifetime. And that calculation doesn't even include fuel, maintenance, higher insurance premiums, repairs, registration, or interest paid on the loan. The truck is a depreciating asset. The investment account is a compounding asset. One shrinks, the other grows. Over decades, that difference becomes enormous. Depreciation versus appreciation. Vehicles are among the fastest depreciating consumer purchases. The moment you drive off the lot, the value drops. Within 5 years, many vehicles lose 40 to 50% of their original price. In 10 years, that number can be even steeper. So you're financing something that's losing value every single year. Meanwhile, broad market investments historically trend upward over long periods. They experience volatility, yes, but over decades they compound. One asset quietly erodes, the other quietly expands. The danger isn't the first year, it's the 20th. The replacement cycle nobody talks about. Now layer in real behavior. Most people don't buy one truck and drive it for 20 years. They upgrade every 6 to 8 years. New model, new features, slightly higher price. So over a 30-year career, you may buy 3 or 4 high-end vehicles. That's $200,000 to $300,000 in purchase price alone. Add interest, insurance, maintenance, and fuel differences, and the total lifetime cost climbs even higher. If that same money had been consistently invested instead of rolled into new loans, the compounding effect multiplies dramatically. This is how ordinary lifestyle upgrades quietly erase extraordinary retirement outcomes. Why doesn't it feel like $1 million? Opportunity cost is emotionally invisible. You see the truck every morning in your driveway. You don't see the $1 million portfolio that never existed. You feel the leather seats. You hear the engine. You experience social validation. You don't feel compound interest because it grows silently in the background. Your brain is wired to value tangible, immediate rewards over abstract future benefits. That wiring once helped humans survive scarcity. Today, it makes long-term investing feel underwhelming. The truck gives you identity today. The investment gives you freedom later. One is visible, one is delayed. Status versus stability. Vehicles are public signals. They communicate success, capability, lifestyle. Retirement accounts communicate nothing socially. When you drive a $70,000 truck, people notice. When you max out your retirement accounts, no one sees it. So emotionally, the truck feels like progress, but financially, stability is built quietly. This creates a tension that defines modern personal finance. Do you want visible success now or invisible security later? There's no moral judgment here, only trade-offs. What $1 million actually means? $1 million isn't just a round number. At a conservative 4% withdrawal rate in retirement, $1 million can generate roughly $40,000 per year of sustainable income. That's years of work avoided. That's flexibility. That's freedom from dependence on a paycheck. So when you choose the truck over investing consistently, you're not just choosing metal and horsepower, you're potentially choosing to work longer. And that's the real cost. The emotional high versus the financial high. Test driving a new truck triggers dopamine. It triggers imagination. You picture road trips, capability, success. It feels powerful. Investing in an index fund feels dull. There's no smell, no sound, no applause, just a number on a screen that slowly changes over time. But that quiet number compounds. The emotional high of consumption fades quickly. The financial high of compounding builds slowly and then accelerates. The problem is most people give up during the slow phase. The middle ground that makes sense. This isn't an argument that you must drive a 20-year-old car forever. It's an argument for awareness. Maybe you buy a reliable $35,000 vehicle instead of a $70,000 one. Maybe you extend ownership longer. Maybe you invest first and upgrade later when your assets are working for you. Wealth isn't built through deprivation. It's built through intentional allocation. Every dollar can either compound for you or depreciate against you. The decision isn't about being extreme. It's about being conscious. The pattern behind lifestyle inflation. The truck example is just one illustration. The same pattern shows up with bigger houses, luxury upgrades, constant tech replacements, and subscription creep. Individually, each purchase seems manageable. Collectively, they shape your net worth trajectory. Lifestyle inflation often happens gradually. Income rises, expenses rise alongside it. Savings remain flat. Over decades, that gap determines financial independence. It's rarely one catastrophic mistake that prevents wealth. It's repeated small decisions that prioritize immediate comfort over long-term leverage. The real question: when you're 65, what will matter more? The memory of driving a slightly nicer truck in your 30s, or the ability to choose whether you work in your 60s? That's the real trade. The truck doesn't destroy your future overnight. It slowly reallocates your capital away from compounding. And compounding is unforgiving in both directions. A $70,000 truck doesn't just cost $70,000. Over a lifetime, it can cost you $1 million in missed retirement wealth. Not because trucks are bad, not because you're irresponsible, but because of compound growth is powerful and opportunity cost is silent. Every major purchase carries a hidden future version of itself. The question is whether that future works for you or against you. Sometimes the smartest financial move isn't the one that feels the best today. It's the one that quietly builds options for tomorrow. If this changed how you see big purchases, drop a comment below. And if you want more deep breakdowns on money, psychology, and long-term wealth, make sure to like and subscribe.